Good morning, everyone. It's Heather here. I'm just checking in. Welcome back to my channel, Low Carb Wishes, Keto Dreams. If you're seeing this for the first time, welcome aboard. This channel is basically dedicated to my weight loss journey, as slow going as it may seem right now. And the path that I've chosen is the ketogenic diet for that. I just figured I'd sit down and do something enjoyable. Talking to you fine folks. My morning has been, it's still morning. Yeah, God, it's so early right now. It's only like 10:30 right now, and it feels like it's like 2 in the afternoon. My morning has been busy. I have been, attempting to fix things around the house. The toilet seat in my daughter's bathroom is not working properly. We bought her, actually we both of our bathrooms have one. We bought, I say we bought, my dad bought, he kind of gifted them to us, bidets, Kohler faucets makes a bidet toilet seat. And you know, they bought one several years ago. They've had it for a while now, and my dad would just rant and rave about how wonderful this thing was, and you know, get your butt so clean that, you know, you barely use any toilet paper, blah blah blah. I know, TMI, right? And it was just, for a while, it was like smile and nod, smile and nod. And so he bought us one for, I think he bought our daughter's first, for her birthday last year. And I gotta tell you, I am a true believer. I absolutely love this stupid thing. It's it is so nice. Just a little squirt of water, but it's got this little nozzle that comes out. You turn there's a handle on the edge of the toilet seat. You turn the handle and this little nozzle comes out and it squirts water at your butt. And it's adjustable, so you can clean everybody down there. But my daughter's, it's like it's not coming out the nozzle anymore, or the nozzle's not extending. It's snagging up and water's coming out of weird places. And when you're dealing with a bidet, you don't want water coming out of weird places. So I've been trying to fix that. I took the cover off of it and it was nasty. So I bleached it and cleaned it and scrubbed it and tested it again, and it's still not working. So I don't know what we're going to do with it. And then the shower in our bathroom is leaking, like where we have one of the pulls down, you can, but where the nozzle and the handle attached to the faucet coming out of the wall, water's squirting out the back end. So I took that off to look at it, and it looks like the washer on the inside has warped, so it's not fitting snugly in there anymore. I think I just need to get some of that like waxed thread that you wind around and then you can put the thing back on. I'm wondering if wax dental floss will work. I don't think I have any of that thread. But as you can see, the shower was not cooperating with me. My hand got all wet. At least it was the shower, not the bidet, right? That would be bad. So yeah, basically everything I have attempted to do today has ended up in epic failure. I am currently trying to clean out my junk drawer. I just took the whole drawer out and I'm sort of sorting through it. I got a bunch of hardware stuff in it that's just like, why are you in? I mean, it's like, I get why it's in the junk drawer. It's because I was doing something and I didn't want to go into the closet and pull out my toolbox and put it in my toolbox. But it's just like, why are you cluttering up my junk drawer? And I have two junk drawers, which is pretty bad. But one of them is solely like owner's manuals for stuff, like for the we have a freezer and an RO filter and my washer and dryer and a couple other appliances and things that we bought when we moved in here. That's all in one drawer. That's like one dedicated drawer to just that paper crap that you keep a hold of, you never actually use. What I'd actually like to do is put everything in like an accordion folder, and then I can just stick it in a drawer in the desk. But yeah, so that's been my morning. As you can see, I've started decorating for Christmas now. I've got my little angel up there. My box is still out on the counter. I got the tree about a quarter, maybe the third of the way decorated. I've got little bows going down my shelf there. My little garland hanging up there. So this is the first year we're really decorating this place. This is our second Christmas here. The first one we had just moved in that April. We didn't just move in. We'd been there 6 months, but it was one of these things. I was still working. I was pregnant. I was tired. So we really didn't decorate. We just sort of put up the tree and maybe a couple stockings. And if I had anything like I grabbed from like the Dollar Tree, then I stuck it out. But I think most of my decorating I did at work that year. So this is like the first year we're really, or I say we, I'm the one that decorates. The first year I'm really decorating the apartment for Christmas. So I'm really looking forward to everything being done. I got most everything out and most of the boxes put away, but I still have a few things that are, you know, my ornament boxes that are hanging out because I'm not done with the tree yet. So, yeah, so I'm going in like a million different directions. I'm decorating and I'm trying to clean out the junk drawer and all this other crap. It's literally like 2/3, 3/4 of the crap that was in my junk drawer was like hardware stuff, like L brackets and little screws and bits and bobbles of stuff that, you know, you buy something and you got the little screws left over, so you stick them in your junk drawer, and really they ought to be in my hardware stuff. So I'm gonna try and get that organized. I need like little boxes for everything. Dollar Tree's got like latch boxes, like the lock, not Loctite, whatever their generic brand of it is, have the little latches that come down. I need to get a few of those for the little odds and ends that I have. So, but yeah, I just figured I'd share my catastrophe of a morning. It's like everything I've tried to do this morning has just like blown up in my face. Luckily the baby went down for a nap nice and early today. Yesterday, it was like 11 or 11:30 by the time no, it was later than that. It was like 11:30, 12 by the time she was, I finally just put her in there. She wouldn't go to sleep. I just stuck her in her crib. Luckily my daughter stayed after school for like an extra hour to get some homework done. So she was able to take a little nap. But this morning she was crawling around and carrying on and then just curled up in my lap and went to sleep, which is weird. She doesn't do that anymore. I miss that. I miss her just being in my arms and just going to sleep. And she doesn't do it anymore. She fights. She wants to stay awake and see the world and experience things, which is awesome. But it's killing me. Yeah, and I finally figured out what I'm going to do about like my shelves. Like I have cubes. Like when we moved in, I was like, I want cubes. I want to do everything with like the cubes because I like those. I like the little shelves and you can like put themed things on each individual shelf. Anyway, our apartment, I'm looking at it right now, but I don't really want to mess with the camera. I might show you later when I get everything decorated. Our apartment has one of those, like the kitchen opens up into the living room. Like I can see the kitchen from where I'm sitting. And it's, the countertop kind of comes over and you've got like a breakfast bar, basically. Well, I don't like stools. My butt is too big to fit on a stool comfortably, so I don't like stools. And it's a small apartment. Your table is right there. Why do I need a breakfast bar when I have a table right there? So what we did was we went and bought the the cube drawers that are the 6 cubes. So it's like 2 across and 3 down. We bought 2 of those where you could lay it on its side and be 3 across and 2 down, but whatever. So we bought 2 of them, so you have 4 cubes that go across and then 3 cubes down. And we put it in front of the breakfast bar. And it only sits over the counter about by like yay much. So it was almost like a perfect fit. I was really kind of hoping that they'd fit under the counter and I could push them underneath the counter, but that didn't work out right. So, but yeah, no, they fit like in front of the counter. They're only like that much taller than the counter behind, you know, than our actual counter. So it just like fit in the corner there perfect. But I've got things on all of my shelves. I got fragile things, ceramic things. I love teapots, so I collect teapots. My Nana, she loved little figurines, and so I've got some of the figurines she had. Little things I don't want broken. Because when we moved in here, Miss Gracie May was not part of the picture. So we just opened shelves and crap everywhere, you know, little tchotchkes and whatnot. And so now she's crawling and is having none of my no's when I tell her no to something. She'll be reaching out for something. I'll be like, eh. And she'll reach out for it again. So, but I figured it looks like, and I have to measure it just to be sure, but it looks like a piece of just like foam board, like the white foam board you get from Michael's, will sit just in front of, it looks like it should fit almost perfect. So I want to measure that. If I get 2 of them, I can just use like the Velcro dots on like the top corners and maybe the bottom corners or something and just set it in front of the shelf. Use the Velcro, and then that way I can just take it off whenever I want. It's just Velcro, so it will leave her, you know, not playing with things. And I actually want to make her a busy board, which is just like little, you know, hinges and locks and you know, like an old phone you can hang on the ringer and pull off. And I could lean that up against there, and then she's got something to play with, and the foam board, and then my shelves are behind it, and I can put the busy board away when she goes to bed and take off the foam board, or I could just leave it there. Let's face it, that's what I'm going to do. So I think that's going to be my solution for that. But yeah, so I just figured I'd check in. It's been a long time. Yeah, I think it's been about a week since I've done any sort of update or anything with you guys. I still have the baked spaghetti squash video. I need to edit that. I think I have it edited. Because my daughter was doing homework, I didn't want to sit there and be talking while she was trying to work, so I just filmed it, and now I need to do voiceover. So I just need to sit down, do the voiceover, and paste that in where it needs to be. So that should be coming down the pike pretty soon. And I do have some cookie recipes. I'm really excited for the Pfeffernuss cookies, which are a German spiced cookie. Now normally they're coated in like sugar, like powdered sugar or like a sugar glaze. But I think I will forego that. Could do egg whites though. I think the egg whites harden with like erythritol, but those are my favorite Christmas cookie. Just growing up, I like licorice. I'm weird, I know. I love black licorice, so obviously not eating that on keto. But I think that cookie itself, it's a ball cookie, so I think that would lend itself very well to almond flour. And I'm sure I've said this before, but I plan on doing a recipe with that. So we will see how that goes. I am eating this morning. I keep looking at the clock. Yeah, it's still morning. I just did a egg and sausage scramble. Just had some leftover, like, crumble. It's supposed to be hot sausage. It's not hot. Just had some leftover, like, crumbled sausage, and I threw three eggs? 2 eggs. I don't know. Eggs in with it. I'm out of creamer, so I didn't put any milk or anything with it. It's just eggs and sausage. And then I have my coffee that I started drinking earlier this morning. Again, I'm out of creamer, so I used, what did I put in here? I did like a little, probably like half a tablespoon of butter. Maybe a tablespoon of cream cheese. I know you're thinking that sounds gross. That's actually delicious. You don't taste it in a coffee. It just makes it kind of creamy. And I like putting the chocolate protein powder. I just put a little bit because I found that if you put too much, eyelash in my eye, that hurts. I found that if you put too much protein powder in, and maybe it's just because it's a hot drink or something, it does 2 things. It like congeals and you end up with these funky little pieces, or something happens and you get like this weird residue down at the bottom. So I do a little bit, like maybe a quarter of the scoop that it comes with in my coffee. It makes it like hot chocolate. It's so good. But I blended that all together this morning, and now I'm drinking it cold because that's how mamas roll. Where's my cute little reindeer cup? I took a picture of it this morning. I'll probably post that on Instagram. My Christmas tree. I was holding it up with my Christmas tree. What else? But yeah, that was like breakfast this morning, was my coffee that I never finished, so. And since baby went down, normally she's going down about this time, so she went down about an hour or so ago. So I usually make my breakfast when she lays down to take her nap. It's usually around 11:30, but we're running about an hour early today, and she's running an hour early. I'm running about an hour late. Hopefully at some point we'll catch up with each other. But yeah, so that was just my fiasco for the morning. I'm going to attempt to finish decorating my tree now. And then maybe I'll be able to put those boxes away that have all the ornaments in them. I have two. I want to get a tablecloth. I have 2. You can see them right there. And there. It's under that white. There you go. That one there, and then there's one sitting on top of it. And I want to get a tablecloth to cover them with. It's actually one of them's ceramics. The one on the bottom, because it's heavier. That's like old ceramics that I had done years ago. I'm saving them for Girl Scouts because we can take them to either like Camp Wailani or Camp Dorothy Thomas when we do the encampments. And they have kilns there, so we can glaze them and fire them, and then, the girls can take something home. So I figured, I was going to throw them away, but then I'm like, you know what, I could save those, and the girls could do something with them. So, but they're sitting there in the corner right now, and I'm like, oh, they look so ugly just sitting there. So I want to get like a tablecloth and cover them with the tablecloth, because I've got, you can't see it right now, but I've got some candles, like Christmas candles, and like the little Christmas wreaths that go around your candles sitting on there right now, and a little star. You can see the top of the star there, that's sort of decorated for Christmas. So I'm just gonna turn it into like a display table sitting there until I can get rid of I'm gonna take it to the Hoxie, or not Hoxie, Camp Wailani stuff. And then I think the box on top of it is a Christmas box that I'm just like, I don't really have room in the closet right now, so I'm just gonna leave it there, cover it up. My hope is that when I put some of the stuff away this year, I can kind of go through the stuff I didn't use and look at it and go, do I really want that? Do I really need to keep that? No, probably not. because we just were, you know, my husband wanted me to close down the storage unit because it's $50 a month that's going out the window. Problem was, I don't think he fully comprehended the amount of stuff that was in there, and he's like, oh yeah, we'll just put it in my mom's attic. You know, some of these boxes are like 50 pounds. You know, her husband's got a hernia. We're not doing that. So I've got most of them in the house, and you know, I'm still trying to pare stuff down. I actually cleaned out about 2 more boxes the other day, so that was awesome. But now, now I have a plethora of empty boxes sitting around. I do, like 15 empty boxes. There were at least 20 boxes or more in the storage unit. And when you opened the storage unit, it actually, they stacked up to the ceiling. It was like, you know, and it wasn't like this massive, huge storage unit. It was like a, I don't know, an 8x8 storage unit, maybe? Maybe not even that much, maybe a 6x6. But yeah, no, I mean, it was like 3 or 4 boxes deep and probably 5 or 6 boxes high. It was, you know, a lot of boxes. But I was able to clean out a lot of them. Some of the stuff went to Goodwill. You know, some of the stuff was like stuff from our late son. I just sort of boxed that stuff up and put it in our closet. I'm not dealing with that right now. But yeah, so I've got most of the boxes in the closet. Our bed, like, I want to put our bed on a frame too. Because that's, we have a king size bed. So if you raised it up enough to fit storage totes, you know, which is like, I don't know, 18, 20 inches tall, you could fit a good number of storage totes under your bed. I'd like to get one of those frames that lifts, or make one or something. That way we can lift it up and get stuff out of there. You know, right now I have a giant thing of paper towels that we get at Sam's Club sitting in the middle of my living room floor right now. Partly because it is a barrier to keep my daughter out of those shelves. But the other part is that I don't have any room in my closet for them anymore because I cleaned out the storage unit and shut it down. So it's full of boxes. But something like that could go under our bed. You know, that doesn't need to be in the closet. That could go under the bed. But I don't know. We'd have to we'd have to prevent the baby from falling off the bed. It's happened twice now. No, 3 times now. Our bed is on the floor, so not a big deal. She just rolls off onto the carpet. But if this bed is 18 inches off the floor, that's a problem. But yeah, so it's just sitting flat on the floor. We do have a box. I don't know why it's the box spring we have is like this tall. It's weird. I don't know. I've never seen a box spring that tiny before. But yeah, so that's like lost storage space we could be using. Normally, I am not gung-ho to do that. I'm one of these people that I will shove shit under my bed. Just like, I don't want to put it away. I don't want to deal with it. I'm going to just shove it under the bed. I've done that since I was a kid. I know this is a problem for me, where stuff just gets lost under the bed. You know, it gets kicked under there. At night, you're crawling in bed, you kick it, it gets under the bed, and then something else gets in front of it. Which, you know, has happened. You know, you're looking for something for 6 months, and then you clean out under your bed, and you're like, how did this even get under here? So I like my bed being on the floor. I don't like to have that space under there. But in the effort of saving money, we no longer have that storage unit. That is wasted space we could be using for storage. There goes my ice maker. If you're ever wondering in the background of my videos what on earth that sound is, it's the ice maker. We have one of those. Since we live in an apartment, our ice maker's not hooked up in our fridge. And so we bought one. You fill up with water and it makes ice. But it's noisy. It's the only problem. But anyway, that's been my morning. I'm gonna cut this off now because we're coming up on like 25 minutes now. No, we are at 25 minutes. Not coming up. We're there. We have crossed that threshold. But yeah, so breakfast for me today is my coffee and the eggs and sausage scramble. I did weigh myself this morning after Thanksgiving. And I actually kept it keto. I did. I you know, we did plain old green beans. You got the turkey. Normally my mom would do like a squash casserole. It's got breadcrumbs and crap in it. And this time around, we just did like sauteed squash and onions. So, you know, Thanksgiving was a lot simpler this year, but I really enjoyed it that way, honestly. But there was a lot of overeating involved. Still, even if it's keto, you still can overeat on keto. It's possible. So I'd gained a couple pounds. I'd weighed myself last week, Saturday or something like that, and I was up to 293. But I weighed myself this morning, and I'm back down to 289. So, weight's coming off again, and hopefully within the next, I don't know, couple of weeks, I'll be shedding some more weight. I seem to lose a lot of weight, and then I stall, and then I lose a lot of weight, and then I stall, and then I lose a lot of weight, and then I stall. So if that's a pattern, I can deal with the pattern, but just to sit there and not see the scale changes is definitely frustrating. And I know you shouldn't use the scale as your measuring tool, but I don't have any measuring tape. So there. I need to go get some. I do. I have that little piece that comes in like your sewing kit that you buy at the Dollar Tree. But that's it. So I need to actually buy some real measuring tape. But anyway, that is my news for the day, and I will talk to you all later. Now that I've chewed your ear off. All right. Bye.